Icy water. Cheers.
LGD's turn
Rip
to
Hearphone
pick.
users? Not really.
It's only upstairs when we put it on the table. Yeah, but you can rip right now. The guy we were talking about, man. And you asked the question, how much of an influence has this guy had so far? And we kept saying nothing. It seems LGD are now going to take it. They took that first pick over the Invoker too. And I kind of understand that. Black's Lycan is rather menacing.
I actually think that they perhaps are unhappy with their Lycan first pick. I think they would be very happy to grab Invoker themselves. But if they have done that, they would have gave away Lycan on Dire side.
Yeah.
Which is actually a different beast. I think like Lycan on the Radiant side, it's like, okay, she's a great hero. I think if Lycan is completely removed from the pool,
10 seconds remaining.
I think LGD would be happier to pick up the Invoker.
I actually want to see how LGD approach this, because I know we actually had some debate, I think almost a week ago on the couch, about how Lycan should be played, and I was holding Resolution as my idol for the Lycan build.
Good choice.
Yep. I love Resolution. Great guy, great bloke. Wonderful girlfriend. But yeah, but Lycan, the armlet build, to just come in and be a fighter. Don't go for Necros. Actually look to do fighting and then push into the tower, because you're going to do the damage to the towers anyway. The only difference is you're not making it so you have a minion army that forces things down. You go into this big, I'm a bloody wolf. You can't do anything to stop me. Like I have armlet BKB early on. How are you actually meant to kill that Lycan? The answer is basically you can't unless you have yourself Bane or some good controller, like Clockwork, for example.
Yeah, I do think that Lycan, more and more he's becoming like Invoker to me. Like he brings up versatility. You talked about the armlet build. There's a first BKB first into a Basher build. That's also pretty good. And obviously the Necrobook build. The cool thing is when you pick a Lycan as a first pick, you're not locked into anything. For example, if you are dealing with a lot of good Hex or good single target stuns, I think that's where really the Necrobook build takes over. Like you can stun the hell out of my Lycan all you want. Yeah. But as soon as I pop my Necrobook, my army is going to go onto you. Whereas if you're going up against a lineup that doesn't have good single target stun, that's where your armlet slash Basher build really takes over, because if you can't control this guy, he's going to walk all over your team. I think one of the best heroes to deal against Lycan is Treant Protector, because he covers you with a tower thing, because a lot of Lycan split pushes chip damage, chip damage, chip damage. It heals your tower up, and also it forces Lycan to go into a BKB, or if he activates BKB, Overgrowth comes through. And not only does it lock him down, it locks down his army as well. So it just really takes care of him in a multi-dimensional way. And I'm actually personally surprised they don't take out Treant as one of their bans. We'll see if CIS love to pick him up. But Treant is such a popular hero that it will surprise me greatly if he's not selected.
I'd just be worried though if you got both Tree as well as Dazzle in the CIS lineup, that they just run out of playmakers. Like Invoker must have a good starter, or else they just don't have enough to even dictate any kind of terms here, because that's been the main problem for CIS. Like we've seen them in games past where they just try and play passive, they bounce across the map until their 3 cores get to a position where they can't get killed, or they just, like, you'll always have a bad trade against them. But LGD with an Enchantress pickup, you know they're going to be diving back behind that tier 1 down in the bottom lane very early on. The middle lane's going to be pressured. If you get just Harpy into that middle lane, or a Tornado creep, Invoker's already going to have a rough time there.
Yeah.
So CIS needs something where they can try and protect the Tonia. Nature's Prophet helps with that, because at least you got some support coming in, but it doesn't reveal off too much just yet. I'm still wondering though if they should have something like Bane, Dazzle, as well as Mirana, but then again Mirana's been taken out. I want to see CIS do something with this Dazzle. More than just, hey, I'll make sure you survive through this. Because if that's it, you'll forfeit the game. You now got an initiation from Storm Spirit, and the Axe will be the pickup. Alright, so
turn to pick.
We're manning up. We're manning up.
Yeah, and I think the Dazzle also makes your entire team much tankier with that Weave ultimate. So I don't think it's too bad. Now with the Axe pick though,
do they creep skip it?
They can. I don't know, I think creep skipping against a jungler Enchantress is kind of dangerous. It's not like you're tanking against 4 creeps and then you have a centaur coming out from behind you.
But then you've also always got, I suppose in the early stages, you won't actually have a Nature's Prophet to come and help you out. Now LGD, yeah, they're running full on safe play and like it here, man. That Tidehunter pickup, he's just meant to go up. Then again, this frees up, like CIS, if they leave the Axe, you wouldn't want to put Prophet up against Tide. Because I'm not seeing Prophet as the victor in that lane. Not with the new changes to Tidehunter. If he's able to get in close and Enchantress comes in for a smoke gank with +1, like I'm seeing Prophet dead very, very quickly. But then again, you could almost
Reserve
run
time.
like Lycan on the off lane up against Prophet. Actually, LGD could, this is the same as we had like game number 1. Like you look at LGD, it's like they've got so many options in their lanes up against CIS, but there could be so much lane dodging as
10
well coming out
seconds
here.
Yeah.
remaining.
The thing is, I feel like Invoker and Nature's Prophet has a solo at this point,
5
right?
seconds
Like you can't
remaining.
offensive trialing Invoker, you can't offensive trialing a Prophet.
LGD's turn to ban.
So that just leaves Axe. Unless you defensive trial Invoker and put Axe solo. If you put Axe solo, he gets wrecked.
You could, hang on. What if you threw like Invoker Dazzle +1 down bottom lane, leave Axe up on the top
Dire
lane up
team
against the
pick.
Tide, and put Prophet in the mid up against the Storm?
I mean, I guess that's
if
fine.
we're going for like 50 options right now.
Like normally, Tie Hunter beats a lot of other melees because of an Anchor Smash, but Axe could just run in there, and vice versa. Axe beats a lot of other melees, but you don't want to run into multiple Anchor Smashes. It could be a mid-Axe. Safely Invoker, Nature's Prophet offlane. But again, melee against Storm
10
mid is...
seconds
You know what?
remaining.
All of these heroes suck. I feel like there's just no
5
good lanes.
seconds
Like every time you lane, they just have some problems, and then that goes for both sides. I think both sides will have issues laning
Reserve
against each
time.
other.
Well, Crystal Maid will be the final
Okay, this
pickup for
screams
LGD's
CIS.
offensive
turn
trialing. Like
to
they
pick.
just want to dive.
It's gotta be. Unless CIS go, hey, the Crystal Maid's great inside the jungle. Let's run a Prophet on the off lane, Invoker
they
him in, and
could,
Dazzlax up on top. Because you know it's tight off lane, so you're like, who cares? They're not gonna be able to kill the Axe or the Tide Hunter. When Dazzle is there, they'll actually have potential to harass the Tide out of that top lane. And maybe even get a kill once Prophet finds some levels. But then you're
10
forfeiting Nature's
seconds
Prophet's lane.
remaining.
And this lane
5
move around is
seconds
gonna be such a
remaining.
mess. Even
Oh.
okay.
Silence support.
Raider goal is yes, it is.
It has to be right.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I guess you could do tie carry or tie support and sounds carry.
You could, but really,
Yeah.
man, like I remember I was feeling a little bit when CIS was it CIS did that with Silencer? We talked about that earlier today as well. I already
No,
forgot.
it was MVP Phoenix. March.
Oh yeah. The main reason why Silence works so well as a support, and I will always reference Van Scott for this. And the main
Prepare
thing
for
is,
Is it Van Score or is it always on the fly? One of the two.
it's normal event score because always when a fly will take up the rook when they do like combinations for this or like something else. I'm hoping I'm actually right, not getting the two of them the other way around. Yeah, because with the changed up, he steals intel from the first level, so he's always going to have that stolen intelligence. Because it's no longer tied to his Glaze of Wisdom. And originally, like the build that came out from Fanscore was the fact that you'd actually use your Glaze at the very, very start. But then you can just turn into this last word. You find a lot of control and you find a lot of momentum. And that's the beauty about running a support silencer. You steal so much intelligence if you just find some early kills that you may as well have him as a core. But you don't have to put the farm into him as you'd normally have to
30
actually get like your
seconds to
fourth
battle.
core.
Yeah.
But right now, CIS, they're going to do the aggro tri-lane. I also want to say that set is so fucking totally
That
boss.
axe is just
That is so...
ginormous. Yellow's pinging's like that axe. I don't want to go against him. We're done here in this lane.
Enchantress, well, I like trees. And this axe obviously hates them. What is that blade? I need this blade for my axe. It is a mountain splitter. I am not surprised, man.
It's an uncommon axe. This uncommon item like looks loads better than a lot of like mythical axes out there.
That's the funny thing, like the design does most of the work for you. You don't need the extra tags for it. But yeah, that axe looks amazing. Actually, look at it when you try and go to his hero portrait. You see his face for half the time because it's just that big. Back to our lanes, as this is going to be our interesting part of this game. So Lycan, Mr. Harrison Ford build with his hair, will be going the Lycan middle lane, being played by Lin, up against Inflame, up towards top lane. It's going to be Yao up against Tomb, which means the tri-lanes meet each other on the bottom lane, and that's with a defensive Storm Spirit.
This is very interesting to see Silencer pick up Glaives at level 1, especially when you know you're up against a tri-lane.
Yeah.
3-man curse is pretty good. But,
Up against heroes like Black Dazzle as well as Crystal Maiden, that's a lot of mana they got to burn through with just one ability. And Black, like you know he's going to get spin up at level 1. And both these, I love this too. The first creep that he gets is the Frost, like the Ogre Frost Mage. So both Rabbit and DDC are walking around with +8 armor, and they can't battle against that.
No.
The Crystal Maiden and the Dazzle don't do any harassment damage at all. This is why they can run a dual lane, while Enchantress does her pulling, and they're still as strong as though they're a try.
Yeah. I mean, it comes down to when CIS will make that go, right? I imagine when Crystal Maiden hits 2, that's where you have essentially like 4 or 5 nukes on this particular tri lane.
They're still got to get in close, though.
No, you have Nova. The opening things up for you, right? Nova 900 or 700 cast range.
But then that kind of stuff happens. Like you go Static Remnant into the Overload, it slows CIS's pace, and you've still now got Last Word. He still actually skipped the Curse of the Silent and went into Last Word. That's his second ability, the Silencer.
Yeah, I think that's actually the correct thing. Well, no.
Instead of having Curse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought you meant he got cursed.
No. He went Last Word instead.
Huh.
It's almost like they're going to try and focus on one specific hero, as opposed like deal tri-lane.
I mean, that's how they're going to get kills, right? I guess their mindset is we're not going to care about surviving. We're going to just go for kills. Which, in the face of an offensive tri-lane feature, that's pretty ballsy.
It's so difficult to do. Like these 2 wards here on the sides.
Yep.
That's giving all the vision to CIS. And Hellbear, like this is the other problem, and probably the reason why the Crystal Maiden was such a good last pickup here as a support for the Echo Tri. The Enchantress is normally coming in with 1 to 2 creeps.
Yep.
In the early stages, only 1. And that's when Frostbite basically does all your hard work for you. Because you get the Frostbite and the Enchantress creep, and that creep is gone.
It's also very interesting that Crystal Maiden has to level up her aura level 2. Again, offensive tri-lane, you're nuking, you're dying, you're going for kills.
Yeah, but at this point, I think CS has realized this lane is just so passive that she needs to make sure she's got that Frostbite mana, and even if Crystal Maiden's like not sharing it properly across the map, because obviously it's only half to them, it's still double to her. So she'll at least make sure she's got a Frostbite. 2.8 mana regeneration on an off
she has
lane.
2 clarities though. She has 2 clarity. It looks like they're going to run in right now. Berserker Call will hit. They will have to heal to follow through if they need so, and they're running Rabbit down. And are they attacking him? Well, hit the magic. The poison will finish the work. Demon's actually going to go down, but a great trade, and there's that intelligence you were talking about coming in. So Maiden, Hadouken, Dropo, Black is very,
Profit! There's no profit to be on LGD's team. This is a good thing for them. But Black, he's in the tree line. Here comes Nature's Prophet. DDC's come up too far. Rabbit's going to make his move over. And DDC's just trying to get to the back line. He's inside the trees where it's meant to be safe. He's been fought by treants. June will take a fall. The Frostbite goes out. And DD, Shadow Grave will keep Black alive. So watch DD die and then come in for Rabbit as well. LG playing maybe a little bit of with that overload hit.
That Frostbite, Nova's gonna come through. One more hit from Dazzle. They'll get the kill there as well. Tri-lane 1 question mark. I think so, right? I think so. And right now, if you look at the axe, he doesn't even have to go back because his Tranquil Boots will kick in. They have a ton of mana regeneration because of the aura being picked up.
The only thing which I'm not going to be massively happy about is like what Yao was able to achieve up on top lane. Because they did still have to drag Nature's Prophet in for what was a 4-2 trade. And the first blood actually was CIS, and they're going to get more. TDC's up too far. Just curse, something, bang. Something.
I think before you were stuttering your words out, he's already dead. Like, that was just how powerful this killing lane is.
And once Black is level 6 in this bottom lane, then CIS, they're just going to snowball everything.
I mean, I really like the way that CIS is taking this game. Again, a new spin, right? Like, okay, our standard style can't beat LGD. Let's try Black mid. That doesn't work. Let's try this. And so far, it's working quite well.
Yeah. They got to keep the pressure up. I'm still seeing a free farming Tidehunter on this top lane. It's 32 for 3 on Yao. And when we start having this to happen, like this is what I was calling for. Like if you're going to run Nature's Prophet safe lane, you're going to come into trouble.
He has
then
face.
Again, he's got speed moves up and running, so
walk it off.
Yeah. And also, like it's weird for DD. I thought he was going to pick up another creep. Like the way I envisioned that gank on top lane was moving him behind the tower where June's farming to come in through this direction and attack him behind the tower. Because then you can catch him out. Then phase boosts don't do jack.
Well, here's the thing though. Wrath of Nature's up because Prophet is level 6. So look towards dive happening on the bottom lane. They might gonna have to give up a tier 1 as a result, but that's really the least important tower for CIS on top lane.
True. Like CIS, their major towers are on that bottom lane, keeping the pressure inside the Radiant jungle. Now Demons, he started the poison over here on DDC.
Oh, he's
Prophet,
dead.
he started the TP in, but they actually cancel. The creep wave was being aggroed up by Demons, so they already have to deal with that kind of DPS. And Rabbit continues to farm.
Well, and you hear the studio crowd in the background, as excited as we were earlier.
they catch up because obviously the TV has a 2-minute delay.
I think somebody woke up, was like, wait, are we watching a Chinese game still, or have you moved over to EU?
Finally, we have an aggro tri-lane.
All right.
The only thing this lane was really missing was an LOA instead of the Crystal Maiden.
Oh, are they going to go on DDC? No, they're just pushing him back.
And they brought in some aggressive observer wards now for CIS. They are really wanting to know such an early warning system up against LGD. But this top lane is still proving to be a big problem.
Yeah.
Like DD is up here, and Nature's Prophet's getting zoned out. For his phase boots, which he might have had in the last 2 to 3 minutes, he's only picked up 300 gold, which is a big change for June.
It's okay though, because I think what they're waiting for is a Blink Dagger on Black. And if you look at his current gold, he's almost got it. It's very close. If they get 1 kill with a dunk, but he might just die to here Black, runs into a Remnant. There's a Frostbite from the side. He has jumped though. He jumps away from the Berserker's Call. They'll try to burst him down. He jumps away again. And there's got Ravage. The 3-man curse. Real, and they're going on Black. Black's gonna get ravaged out. Tornado, not gonna hit. They have the Grave. He gets ravaged. He's still alive just for a little bit longer. Berserker's Call's gonna bring him. He's still alive. We don't have any mana left for the heal, and he's too slow for that gush. On the back line, on the bottom, it's gonna be Invoker running in with his 2 supports. And no, 1 more hit. He's gonna get the kill. They see Yao without the ravage. They're gonna get sprouted. We have Nova come in, and the EMP's gonna drain him dead. Black looking for the dunk. He does not have it. And the assist goal brings him up to 1900.
That is just a perfect start now to CIS. They're rolled through with so much momentum. They'll take the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. These Lycamorphs are trying to force him out. I actually even forgot about Lin in this entire game. He's had no presence. And this is probably going back to another point we had a lot earlier on. How is Lycan supposed to help out here? Like, if Invoker comes in, he brings tornadoes, he brings snaps, he brings EMPs, he brings this to fight. So far, Lycan can't do anything. Ty came in with his Ravage. They couldn't finish off the axe because of the shallow grave.
Right.
And there was no one else that could follow up because the Invoker came in and split the engagement. So LGD had basically 1 hero high, 3 hero slow, and no one able to do anything. Our Storm Spirit burnt through half of his mana just trying to do small jump harassment to axe. It really feels like LG has lost control of this. Yeah, completely actually.
Radiant's
Not even mildly.
Unlike the last game where CIS had to get to Blink Dagger before they can be aggressive on their puck. This game, they're aggressive from start, and they just kill Storm. Secret Shop's right there. There's that Blink Dagger that he was waiting for, and that means we're going to see more kills.
Yep. This means tier 1 tower
Radiant's
also
bottom
on the bottom
tower
lane is full
is
because they can't defend it. Flame is now battling up against Yao in the middle lane, which is the worst lane for Yao. Because he cops EMP burn.
Yep.
He loses all the mana in the world with that EMP burn. So what are you supposed to do? You can't Ravage. You can't anchor smash spam. You won't be able to at least do any kind of combination.
Top lane, it's going to be a jump on June, and well, that's a free pickup. And that's kind of the things that they need to get themselves in the game.
Yeah, they desperately needed something like that. Because if this game keeps going the way it is, Axe is just going to steamroll everything. Yeah. And Nature's Prophet, while Axe is doing the steamroll, Nature's Prophet keeps all the other lanes pushed out. So if he actually got himself a decent start, he's got a hand of Midas in the early stages. That's really good for him. But he needs to find Necrobooks, or he needs to find ways just to force out the lane. So Maelstrom, Necrobook, either way, I don't care. He needs to make sure that he's the one capitalizing on map control, while this offensive tri-lane of CIS keeps LG's attention.
We might see Initiation jumping in from Black. No jump just yet. There's Weave on him, so the Mars... I'm surprised to see Black not even going for that Initiation.
He's looking at DD. You want DD. He's waiting for Flame. Flame right here can actually pick himself up. So goes for the call.
Okay.
And there's Black. He actually got himself a double call on both Lin as well as Yao. No Ravage mana. Even after
second dunk. Oh.
2 dunk. And Black with a double kill. DD's running himself away, but it's going to be a triple dunk. Coming out from Black. And it's going to be an dunk. Coming out from Black. Let the good times roll, CIS. LGD. They'll lose 2 towers, 4 heroes, and probably hope.
Yeah, tier 1 tower or tier 2 tower is going to go down, and this is a team that could just waltz their way into the Roshan pit and take the Aegis if they want, or they could farm top tier 2, defend their mid tier 2, and I think that's exactly what they're looking to do. But CIS getting that momentum, and how much gold did Black just make that fight? I think he came up with plus
7K.
Well, I think he spent like the 2.1 and had like 400 gold left. So he made like 2.2. But that means the blade mail's up if he wants it. That means if he wants to go Axe, he has more than half of that. Holy crap.
Yep. That's a rather fat axe, man. 6.3k. What's our I want to see gold per minute. Where's my gold per minute? 533 gold per minute. 11 minutes in for the axe.
He'll get a Vanguard. Very, very interesting. I feel that
Aghanims. Right.
yeah, I feel like you're tanking up. You're just getting raw HP and damage block right from the Vanguard. The raw HP, well,
Rabbit.
Okay.
You want to jump and cut a line through the tree line just then, and almost like ran straight into black. But black's got no support here anymore.
Yeah, you generally don't want to make that dive because he's got such a big streak that when he died, he's going to give a lot of experience and gold to the enemy team. And you, as an axe, you don't really want that to be happening. But in any case, I feel that Vanguard's a very poor choice because if you want the HP, the point booster and the vitality booster,
it's going to give you that anyway.
Yeah, or sorry, the Ogre Club of the Acceptor is going to give you anyways. And I don't think damage block is really good against a team that could do minus armor, like from the TIE Hunter, that could do true damage, like from Silencer. So it is somewhat questionable that he's gone for the Vanguard.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it's going to pay off during the next fight because CIS have now hit this point where they've taken tier 1 and tier 2 towers. Where do they go from here? Like, Axe is meant to go out and try and find kills. And right now, CIS, for all their momentum, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, you got DD as well as DDC farming up in the mid lane. You got Global Silence also now available for LGD. This should definitely be a big thing of note because this is going to destroy the Invoke's maneuvering. And you've still got Lycan farming up. Now, he's got Vladimir's offering as well as Treads. It doesn't seem like a lot. Coming in these fights right now for LGD, that's really going to help. And I think CIS is making the wise choice here. If they get the tornado, he's up in the air with the EMP burn into a cold snap, and he's completely out. CM dropping down the horse of the ultimate. She let it go, but it wasn't enough to get the kill on Lin. But LGD is making the right choice. They've got to force more map control. They've got to get every single outer tower down. And that means force the 5-man engagements because LGD, they're not ready for it yet. Then again, Yao does have mech as well as Ravage back off cooldown. But DDC, he's dead. Call him, no battle hunger. The weave will go to basically buff him up.
And he used global. And here comes the TIE. He has Ravage available. He's thinking about using it. He won't find Demon. But it's a 2-man call. No EMP. No mana for that. He magic up, but it's still not enough. He has the boost to it, but he still does not have enough mana. He's gonna get right click down. There you go. The blink dunk. The blink right click dunk.
Invoker took 2 from it. There was no dunk left. Black actually missed the timing of the dunk. It was just Invoker that's taking these kills, but CIS still get the end result they were searching for. Black can just creep skip it and they take tier 1, tier 2. Yeah, I need to do it straight away.
Yeah.
Like, there was no other choice, and it was like, just let it go. Let it go.
Except when he did it straight away, only Dazzle was in range, so it would have been a 1-man Ravage.
Invoker was on the edge, like
maybe
the only other thing, but they used Global Silence at the same time.
Yeah.
They're probably saying, why should we double up on this?
It was just not good. CIS, like you said, they need to keep up momentum. They are. I really like the mech Troy coming out from Invoker because he is the hero next to Black, right? They have to be careful about coordinating their tornado as well as Berserker call though. Seems like they're kind of wrapping it up a little bit together.
Yeah. Well,
Radiant structures
CIS, T1 tower, now Black. Oh, he's already in there again on DDC this time around, and the weave goes to work again. He has the silence over on Black. He doesn't even need it. They're right-clicking him down. Enchantress, Impetus, Demons is protecting himself with a shallow grade. EMP burn again. Yeah, we got
Radiant's middle tower.
use that Ravage, and now the jump in from Black. He got the call over on the Storm Spirit. Culling Blade is available, and Rabbit, he is so damn low. Attack, and there's your dunk. Goes through on 1. DD locked inside the tree line for now. He is healing up pretty quickly, but dunk number 2. Taking another kill here in the middle lane. They take the tower, and I don't think LGD have anything left now.
They keep going, man. If you're CIS, you go. Yeah, there's no global, there's no wrap. Shift is down for 70 seconds because I guess he used that for the top lane. Tier 2 is absolutely dead. That is 6 towers in 16 minutes or less, and you just go look to Roshan, right?
You think of Roshan or you think high ground. Like, that's the only other thing. Like, actually, right now, I'm with you. Go Roshan, get the Aegis Immortal, and then come back ready to fight again. So you smoke up, you got to put down some aggressive observer wards. We've only got 1 up on this high ground right now, but it's about to time out. But I would say ward up on the cliff, in front of the exit from the mid lane, and another ward watching this bottom lane. And the second LG to break their base or come out their base, you jump them. Get the kill, go high ground with Aegis protection. They don't need do what CIS have done at this time moment, and that's defensive split push. Right now, they've finally managed to find the real CIS spirit. Come out, gank it up, push it out.
Yeah, and I really like that choice coming out from Black. The Vanguard was a little bit questionable, but it seems like he actually is going for a BKB afterwards.
Roshan has fallen
Long
to
time,
the
and that's where a lot of the strength of the hero comes in.
What does LGD do when a BKB X blinks in? They run the hell away. They are not fighting against him. Their physical damage is lackluster, even with the Lycan throw, and they have no direct answer for KBS.
They just have to split push.
Yeah.
Push for days.
And they're going to find Lin now top lane. There's an observer here, spotting him out. Xiaotuji will come in, but there's a scrub play. Now Lin tries to ease his way out, but out comes the tornado. The EMP's here as well, and Xiaotuji is just going to get blown up by Inflame. Nearly brought down just from that. Now is Yule Scepter, and Inflame is on the hunt. They'll secure the Storm kill. The Lycan will live, at least for now, but Axe is hunting him. Axe is chasing him. Black's going to go deep for this one. Lin's ult will wear off, but he races back to the well.
What a nice sequence of spells from Inflame too, like Tornado, EMP, and then he knew that Storm was about to zip away, so he catches him with a blast to make sure that he will take the EMP damage.
He's really been impressive on the Spotsphex Invoker. It's just been a great game from Inflames. Black has probably stolen most of the glory as the Axe, but I would say Inflame is the clear MVP thus far. Out potentially CIS looking to threaten high ground. Point booster now picked up for somebody as we see LGD wrap around from the sides. They want to get the jump here on CIS, though it's an Invoker with an Aegis, so the mech carrier, not someone you can focus down.
Look around back though.
Yeah, they are on the backside here. They've got a Ravage online. There is no Lycan ultimate for this engagement. And out comes the EMP deep behind enemy line. Still the Tidehunter lurking. Still he's waiting while Axe slowly chips away at the tower. But the time to go in is quick.
Radiant's top tower
Running
is
out.
under
Here
attack.
comes Big Daddy Tide. Will he have enough damage? Global deployed. And zip with the Storm here. Try and focus down somebody. But Axe comes in. Reserves the BKB. Gets off on 3. Hero Berserker's call. He's on fire. Triple kill from Black. It is the shoes. Slamma Lamma Ding Dong, see ya DD. We're going to a game 4.
Wow. So CIS, they pull something different, and then they win in 18 minutes. LG, they just could not handle the Axe at all. And it was ridiculously out of control. They also had a very good...
The dream is real, Ben. 3-22.
Wow.
What a fan service game, says K-Poptosis, and I can't disagree. CIS winning over the hearts and minds of the people with that game.
So I think LGD next game just simply ban Lycan. Don't pick it. Don't let the other team get it. And that was just the Axe show. And Inflame. Inflame played very